mega projects that will redefine the world by 2050. Imagine waking up in a world where cities stretch for miles without a single car, where buildings rise higher than clouds, and where power plants generate more electricity than entire countries once did. This isn't a movie trailer. This is happening right now. Across the planet, humanity is quietly building projects so massive, so ambitious, they may redefine how civilization itself works. Why mega projects matter. Mega projects aren't just about size, they're about direction. They reveal what countries fear, what they want, and how they imagine the future. And today, more than ever, those futures are being built in steel, concrete, glass, and data. But some of these projects are so large they almost feel unreal. Let's start with one that literally reaches for the sky. The vertical giants. In the Middle East, engineers are planning structures that push beyond what humans have ever built. One proposal aims to rise nearly 2 kilometers tall, so high that clouds form below its upper floors. Elevators inside would travel longer distances than entire city blocks. This isn't just about prestige, it's about signaling power, innovation, and global relevance. Because when you build the tallest thing on Earth, you're not just changing a skyline, you're announcing your arrival on the world stage. But height is only one way to go big. Some projects are massive, not upward, but outward. Energy on an unthinkable scale. High in Asia, deep in mountain valleys, one of the most powerful hydropower projects ever imagined is taking shape. When complete, it could generate more electricity than the largest dam currently operating on Earth. Enough to power entire regions, industries, and megacities. Elsewhere, solar farms now stretch so far across deserts that they're visible from space. These aren't symbolic green projects, they are designed to replace fossil fuels at a national scale. For the first time, clean energy isn't experimental, it's industrial, the global power grid. Some countries are thinking even bigger, not just producing energy, but exporting it across borders. Under oceans and deserts, high-voltage cables are being planned to move electricity thousands of kilometers from where it's produced to where it's needed. This means sunlight from one continent could power cities on another. Energy is no longer local. It's becoming a global infrastructure. And that shift changes everything. Mega transport, shrinking the planet. Transportation is undergoing its own transformation. High-speed rail lines are being built to replace short-haul flights, cutting travel times between cities from hours to minutes. Massive bridges and tunnels are being designed to connect islands to continents, regions to economies, and people to opportunity. Some of these projects cost tens of billions of dollars, but supporters argue they'll repay themselves for generations. Because when distance disappears, economies explode. The rise of the megacity now comes the most radical idea of all. Entire cities designed from scratch. No legacy roads, no outdated infrastructure, no accidental growth. Some of these cities are planned to run on renewable energy alone, using AI-driven systems to control traffic, water, electricity, and waste. In theory, they promise cleaner air, faster commutes, and smarter living. But in reality, this is where the story takes a turn. The hidden costs. Because mega projects don't just build futures, they disrupt presents. Entire communities are sometimes relocated to make room for dams, railways, and cities. Ecosystems are altered, rivers are redirected, landscapes permanently changed. And when projects grow this large, delays and cost overruns aren't measured in millions, but billions. Suddenly, a dream of progress becomes a political and moral debate. Who benefits? Who pays the price? Power, politics, and pressure. Mega projects also shift global power. A new port can redirect global trade routes. A new energy corridor can weaken rivals. A new city can become a financial magnet. This means these projects aren't just engineering decisions, they're strategic weapons. And in a world of rising competition, every bridge, rail line, and power plant carries geopolitical weight. Why this era is different. So why are so many mega projects happening now? Three forces are colliding. Climate pressure is forcing rapid change. Technology is making the impossible achievable. And competition between nations is accelerating ambition. Governments aren't thinking in decades anymore. They're thinking in centuries. They're building legacies. The future. We're locking in. By 2035, many of these projects will be complete. By 2050, they'll be normal. Children will grow up inside cities that didn't exist when their parents were born. Energy will flow invisibly across borders. Travel times we once accepted will feel absurd. Some projects will succeed brilliantly. Others will fail spectacularly, but none of them will be forgettable. The final thought. Mega projects are humanity's writing notes to the future. They say, this is what we believed in. This is what we valued. This is what we dared to attempt. And long after the debates fade, long after the headlines move on, these structures will still stand, shaping lives, shaping nations, shaping the world.